Today we're going to be discussing the Resident Evil 3 Remake demo. We all got our hands on it. We all got to play it for the first time. We've been waiting years for this, and it's finally here. I am JJ, and today I'm joined by ROE Team member Tony.
Hey everybody, how we doing today?
And ROE Team member Ali.
Hey.
All right. Okay, so we can get right into it. But first, a quick word from our sponsor.
Oh, hey guys, Bob Spaghetti here. And today I'm going to be talking to you about the mobile game sensation sweeping the nation, Raid Shadow Legends. Oh yeah, it's Raid. Raid features great graphics and a comprehensive character upgrading system. There are tons of unique characters to choose from, which means there are nearly limitless ways to build your team to suit your personal playstyle. My favorite feature of the game is the auto battle feature. Now, while it doesn't always pick the most situationally optimal attack patterns, it's great for when you're trying to multitask but still want to get your raid on. It gives you a free hand to cook spaghetti, eat spaghetti, shop online for spaghetti, or you could be like me and use your other hand to play Raid Shadow Legends on a second phone. The highly anticipated Battle Pass is on. Season 1 is live and you can win some awesome rewards including free energy refills, gems, upgraded artifact sets, and new epic and legendary champions by fulfilling the daily and weekly challenges. And if you like this game, you want to check it out, it's available for free on iOS, Android, and PC. If you use the download code in the description below, you get 50k free silver and a free epic champion as part of the new player rewards program. I guess I'm out. JJ, you can get on with your silly podcast.
I want to know your guys' first impressions with the demo. We'll start with you, Ali. What did you think?
Just the impression, right? Not a breakdown.
Not a breakdown, just your first impressions. Yeah, we'll break it down, definitely.
It's short, which is I've probably made it last as long as I could.
Yeah.
So I've stretched it out to over an hour.
Oh, nice.
Of looking at every single detail, and I love it. I love I love the RE engine. It's just such a nice engine. It feels good playing. So it feels like it's really good, and the dodge mechanic is perfect.
Yep.
So all that, it's mechanically it felt fine. Atmospherically, I thought it was great. It's a nice little tease. I wish it was longer, but I really was pretty happy with it.
Yeah, that's good to hear. Good to hear. What did you think, Tony?
It teased me so much that I got wood.
Oh God. I guess that's a good thing.
It's like Ali and I were talking about a little bit earlier and stuff before you came on. It's just like that. This is like my baby.
Yeah.
So from what I played, he's right. It is short, but I was kind of okay with it being short because I didn't even want to play this demo, but you made me do it.
Yeah, I couldn't force you to. Hey, man.
But I'm glad to see I'm not I don't have anything to worry about so far. From what we've seen in this demo, this looks exactly the kind of the remake we wanted for Resident Evil 3. Not saying this is already better than Resident Evil 2. I'm saying this is what Resident Evil 3 should feel like in a remake.
I definitely agree. I feel like they nailed that dodge mechanic. I feel like they remade the city perfectly. My first impressions were with it. It wasn't that it was short. You guys said, it was more like it felt like a perfect snippet. I didn't want too much, but there was enough that if you want to explore, you could really get into it.
It really gave you everything you needed for a demo. It gave you some puzzles. It gave you characters, some dialogue,
even through
monsters, and then
Nemi, I wasn't expecting that, and I was like, I wonder if they're gonna put him in this. And sure enough, when you get out of the donut shop, there he is. He's making a super zombie. So yeah, I felt like overall it was a perfect little snippet. I felt like the atmosphere it showcased the Raccoon City streets were definitely, it's 11 out of 10. The music too, that was the biggest thing one of the biggest things I was disappointed with Resident Evil 2 was that the music was almost non-existent, but in this one you could hear that save room theme, you could hear the Nemesis theme,
the Resident Evil 2 ending theme.
Yeah, there was that sweet sick guitar riff in the donut shop, dude. So
I jammed it.
Yeah, just same here. So music was great, atmosphere was great, and then my favorite thing about this was those mechanics, man. That dodge mechanic, it's so addicting. I practiced, all day. I've been playing it all day, over the weekend. That's all I've been playing. And I almost mastered it. And I don't speedrun. That's not what I do. I like to enjoy games. But this is the first Resident Evil game where I'm like, all right, I'm figuring this out now that I got this dodge mechanic. And I'm so addicted to just perfecting it and going through it as fast as I can. So yeah, this is the first Resident Evil game I speedrun. Just zipping past them. But yeah, I put more hours into this demo than I have put into most games. I love it. I'm having so much fun with it.
Yeah.
We all gave our first impressions. We're all very happy with it. We're all very excited. Much more excited for it now. So what do you guys want to start with breaking it down?
Okay, first thing I'm curious about is lockpicking.
Sure.
All those yellow padlocks look like they're an opportunity for a lockpick. So we're going to see Jill have, instead of consumables like the knives and flashbangs, we see the grenades.
Yeah.
But I wonder if lockpicking is going to be something she could pick up lockpicks along the way, get in those locked places like the toy store. Maybe there's something important in there.
Now, I don't know for sure how the lockpicking is going to work, but it was confirmed that those padlocks are for lockpicking for sure. So that will be one.
So they can be picked somehow.
The master of unlocking is back.
That's good.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping, like, I was thinking about that. It's like, yeah, I mean, they bring it up in the first game, gives you a lockpick, you use it a couple times, but has she ever done anything like that after? She didn't do it in the original RE3.
No, she did. You did get a lockpick, but there was no mechanic or anything to it. I wonder how that's gonna actually, if there's gonna be a little mini game sort of like Skyrim where you have to.
Skyrim. Well, there's more of an emphasis on exploring and finding these things to crack open for supplies and stuff.
That would be really cool. I'd totally be down with that.
On the topic of consumables,
yes,
I noticed that the knife did not have a health bar. So
I like that.
Knife.
Yeah, it is. It's a little slower to pull because you gotta switch to it, but it doesn't have a health bar. So I like that it's not something that's gonna break or get stuck in an enemy. It
doesn't really do a lot of damage, but at least it's not going anywhere.
But if you can somehow get that mechanic down with the knife, you can parry around almost everything and just stab them.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty good. I liked that the knife is, and I like her technique. She like jabs with it.
Yep. And I think Tony, you pointed out that that's what she did in the original Resident Evil 3 as well.
Yeah, I kind of thought that too.
Yeah. No, in the original Resident Evil 3, she kind of had like a swiping motion, kind of like, and the knife is if you're holding, instead of holding the knife upwards and slashing, she slashes with the knife down, kind of like how Krauser does in Resident Evil 4.
Oh, okay, okay.
But in Resident Evil 5, when you play as Jill in the Mercenaries, her stab move her knife move is a stab move. She's actually stabbing the zombie, kind of how like all the characters used to do in the first Resident Evil. Like when you saw how like they would cut at a zombie, some would do the horizontal, some would go kind of straight forward, and that's what Jill does in 5. And they kind of brought that back. And every Mercenaries game or game you played as Jill, like in Revelations, it was the same thing. She got a stab motion, and they brought that back with this, which I thought was really cool.
Really cool attention to detail there.
Yeah, I kind of picked up that too. And like some of her movements and stuff felt familiar to what I've seen with her do before, like some of the way she moves, like when she was running with her shotgun.
Yeah,
it all felt like I'd seen her do that before, even though it's a new character model and stuff.
That's cool that they brought a lot of that back. I definitely paid attention. What did you guys think of the enemies, like the zombies in the game?
Good amount, I think. Maybe a couple more.
Yeah, I guess why I'm bringing that up is because a lot of people, one of people's biggest complaints is they kind of got rid of the gore. It's hard to explain, but the gore mechanics from Resident Evil 2, where their flesh sort of chips away while you shoot them. You can still decapitate them. You can still take off their arms and their legs, but a lot of that in-depth gore from Resident Evil 2, it looks like it's not in the Resident Evil 3 remake, which to me personally, it is not that big of a deal. It was a really cool added feature in Resident Evil 2, but I didn't really notice it too much while playing, like to where I was like, oh man, they should have had this.
I didn't even really notice it too much at all. Like it seemed about the same for me. I think it was just the right amount. Maybe I didn't pick up on it being excessive in RE2, but it felt normal for this one. Like I shoot them in the face, pieces of their skin go flying off. I shoot off the leg's gone.
It was something I didn't really notice until I've seen people bringing it up, and then I was like, oh yeah, it looks like some of that chipping away at their body parts and stuff is gone. But again, I didn't notice it until people were talking.
Yeah, I didn't really pay attention to body shots. I just mainly was going for the head, so it looked normal from there.
Yeah.
I was too busy screaming to notice, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the zombies were good. That parasite was pretty interesting.
The butt parasite.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I call
sphincter.
it the butthole that sucks your brains, I think I said on my playthrough. That was...
I call it the butt sucker.
Yeah, dude,
butt sucker.
It's a pain in the ass, that thing. I like that it's in there. It's definitely an added challenge, but I hate those things.
Oh yeah, they're dangerous, man. I just let one of them kill me to see what it was, and sure, they kill you pretty quick if you're full health.
Oh yeah,
you gotta fight them off.
Consumes your head and
I was
takes
just
over.
Like, holy shit, this is nuts. Like this guy is literally trying to eat my face off, and he's like part fucking Las Plagas. He's got like one like dick tentacle.
That's what. Yeah, I kind of look at that too. I was like, this reminds me of Las Plagas. I was like, maybe it's a way of tying them together finally. They don't feel so detached.
Yeah, interesting. I didn't like hate it though. It was a pain in the ass, but like I said, it's an added feature that I think
variety.
It's variety. It fits pretty well. What else did you have on the list? The things you wanted to bring up.
I was happy that the Save Room song, like you said, was loud and proud.
Definitely. That's a big deal. That really
is. Yeah, it definitely is. As well as the streets, the chaos and the ambience, like the noises in the background, seeing the wreckage, looking like it's going through hell, basically.
Resident Evil 2 Remake, when you got to the streets, they were a little cluttered, but they didn't feel like Raccoon City to me. Resident Evil 3, what we got in that demo, that feels like Raccoon City.
Yeah.
I'm very happy.
I will say it felt a little bit too bright and too colorful at times, but I still like that it looks like a busy street, like people lived here.
I can respect that. I thought too, like, oh, they really did a little overkill on the neon. I like it, but it's definitely Vegas.
That era,
yeah, no, it's cool.
I think that you're in like an area of the town that's supposed to be like fun and upbeat.
It's supposed to be
Everybody
downtown.
comes here to have
Downtown,
a blast. It's still somehow going despite the apocalypse. So I'm sure when we get to further parts of the game, there's gonna be like a lot of dark and like dank areas and stuff.
I'm surprised we didn't see a GameStop that was open because they're essential business. Just an employee who's really displeased. He has to be working during this.
Yeah, I mean, he has to get your pre-sale before you walk out the door. your reservations.
You sure you don't want to get a power-up rewards card, Jill? Come on. Oh,
so
okay.
Your power-ups is expiring, so you want to go ahead and redo that now and put $5 down on Final Fantasy VII.
What's the matter with you? You have to get out of this city.
Listen, they won't let me go anywhere, okay? My shift ends at 10. I just got to get through the day.
Now, do you want the power-up rewards card or not, damn it? Oh, God.
Just saying corporate's a lot worse than the zombies.
Yeah. But yeah, so the city felt alive. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
And two, I remember it towards the beginning of the game when you're running and you see the Stelga gas station, you hear this blood-curdling scream. It sounds like a kid, and I was like, this makes me uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. That's good, right? You want to feel like you're scared.
What I wanted. Yep. I wanted to feel like there was things going on outside of your direct point of view, like screaming in the background, different types of gunfire, ambulances, PA systems announcing like, go to safety here. So that's exactly what I was looking for.
You do see when you leave the subway, you see people run by you, but then when you get out to the streets, it's like all the people vanished. Where did they run into the fire? Like, where were they going?
There's nowhere to go that way.
I looked that way and it was all blocked off. What did you guys do? But what do you guys think of those bobbleheads? I really personally like that feature.
That was fun, kind of pointless because if it doesn't give you anything outside of the ambassador program, I don't know a whole lot of people who are like really into the ambassador program.
I'm sure that in the actual game it'll be a trophy, which is just I like anything that creates replay value, and that's one of those things where what's the point? No, it's just fun. I wanted to play a little bit more, so I'm gonna go explore for these bobbleheads.
For a demo, it was perfect because I went back and played several times just looking for those.
And I bet you didn't find them because they are impossible unless you have.
I'm missing 5 of them.
Yeah, there's some that are really tough, and it's like I don't even know how people could figure this out.
Yeah, I was like, you put that there? Who would even think to look there unless they're looking for a bobblehead?
Right. So,
but it really made me look around the environments, and it it feels like a city. These buildings don't feel like fake, storefronts. They feel like something could have been going on in there.
You can see in most of them, which I thought was really cool. Like it felt alive. It didn't feel like just this for show. It felt like, there's this 3D environment where you could see in these buildings, and there was not like one area aside from the subway that didn't look utterly destroyed.
Yeah. Like they did a really good job in that part. And one of my favorite parts, I literally died laughing because I loved this part in the game, is when I went up to the toy shop and I'm looking in the window and at first I see that poster and there's a poster that's advertising Mega Man.
Mega Man, yeah.
Real quick, Tony, you're supposed to stay away from windows.
Shut up.
He get pulled out of the window one time.
He get pulled out of the window one time.
I loved it because like the poster also had what was supposed to be a PlayStation, but they obviously had to. I mean, I don't know why they didn't just do PlayStation because Sony's, it's on a Sony platform, but they have a Sony PlayStation with just different colors, and the controllers are original Nintendo controllers.
It's cool.
The whole Easter egg there.
Yeah, I was like, that's pretty awesome. And then you look into the store, you could see the fat Mega Man from the original Mega Man box art.
He's all over too. He's printed. There's toys of him. Like, they really paid attention to the detail on this, and there's a lot of Easter eggs, which is really cool.
That's shooter.
Right.
Yeah, I think that was like a Monster Hunter thing or something.
Yeah,
that's what I figured.
And then you could also see a poster of Arthur from Ghosts and Goblins.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, I saw that.
I was just like, oh man, if they do not give us a Regina unlockable outfit, I'm gonna be pissed. At
Dude,
this point. You're throwing every other Capcom shit in here. Just throw Regina in.
That could lead us into a different part of the demo, as mods are already available, and the Regina outfit is already available on PC. So it's unfortunate for console players, but if you want Regina and it's not in the game and you have a PC, don't worry, it's already out. It's already out.
Consoles are gonna not get that, unfortunately.
I know. But Marcos RC's on top of it. But yeah, so we already got a plethora of mods. I just did a video on the first person, which actually worked really well. It was a really interesting take on the game. But now let's move into, I think, the biggest thing in the demo, the Nemesis. He was in there, and damn, dude, when I first fought him, he was a beast. What did you guys think of Nemesis?
He runs. That's all I care about.
He runs, yep.
He actually runs, and he jumps like ridiculous Spider-Man off the wall.
Yep. He yeets himself into non-existence when he just teleports with his tentacle up and Superman's into nothing.
Superman's out.
Yeah. What did you think of Nemesis, Tony?
He's a bitch. No. He's like, he is insane in this. This is exactly what I wanted. And while playing the game, I said to myself, I'm glad he can't come into safe rooms like we all originally were told. I'm glad he can't, because I need a break from this motherfucker.
Need a break.
He is literally an ex-girlfriend who doesn't know when to call it quits. Like,
did you find his safe room? Because I couldn't go back into the donut place once he appeared. It was locked on both sides. Yeah.
Real? That must have been a glitch, because I'm pretty sure I ran back inside.
I could have swore I went back in. Yeah, no, I did. I did, because I would. I call that my killing floor. I'd lure him into the donut shop, and then I'd just parry around him until I killed him with my knife.
That's weird. It wouldn't let me back in there, because I wanted to test that theory if he would go in there and.
Oh yeah, he doesn't go in the save room, but he goes in the donut shop.
Okay.
So at first, Nemesis, dude, he was like, "Whoa, this is gonna be a nightmare. I can't get away from him." But once I got that dodge mechanic down, he's way easier to dodge than the zombies. Like I'm not joking when I say this. He can't get a hit on me. He's just slower with his attacks, and I'm just running. I made him my bitch. I'm just running laps around him.
He telegraphs pretty hard.
Yeah, it's fun though. It's still a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I'm having a really good time with it. But he's just not like the threat that he was when I first played this demo.
It feels like he's, and we're only playing on standard, but he felt a little too easy at times too. Like the dodge was too easy.
Yeah.
Grenades drop him in 1. Environment drops him in 1. Shotgun drops him in 3. And I felt like some of the times I put him down, it would take a long time for him to recover.
Yeah.
And other times he would be up fast. So that was like really inconsistent. I want fast. I don't want him to be down for a long time. I think
it depends on what part you shoot him in his head or in his chest. Yeah.
His chest.
Because
his chest puts out the electricity every time you pop it.
Yeah, and I noticed. I mean, I don't know 100%, but every time I shot him in the chest, he went down for longer. I could be wrong there, but yeah, it's weird. It's a fine line, because if you don't dodge, he's very difficult. But if you can dodge, he's really easy. So it's like, I don't know how they're gonna balance that. I did notice too that this demo had some glitches where he was like freezing up, or he was clipping through doors, which is sort of minor, but I hope that it gets a little more polishing before the final game. I mean, the videos are great, just like when we got Skyrim glitches. They were hilarious, but it doesn't feel as polished as Resident Evil 2. Do you guys notice that at all?
Yeah. So far, I think I've seen that too. I haven't seen, other than the donut shop glitch, I guess, I haven't seen too many of the glitches, but I do feel there's a big difference between the 2 demo and the 3 demo.
Yes, I
2
definitely.
As a whole, yeah.
2. Okay, so as much as I love 2, and that the original 2 is my favorite game, I am definitely having more fun with 3 Remake than I did with 2, just because it feels smoother as far as like your movements feel more refined and quicker, and that dodge mechanic on top of it just adds like a very addicting way to play once you practice with that. I'm having it, like, as far as gameplay, I'm having a lot more fun with this.
Yeah. I will. One of the mechanics I didn't really like too much is his tentacle grab. It takes a long, like, not a long time, but there's a pause in recovery there from him grabbing you and pulling you to when you can actually move.
Yeah.
I don't like that pause there. It's like
he just stares at you.
It just feels weird. Yeah, I'm like,
yeah.
I wish it was something more fluid and faster. But
yeah, I noticed. I know exactly what you're talking about. I think there was this picture somebody that's floating around Twitter where it's Jill's laying on the ground with the tentacle around her leg, and she's just playing on her phone. And I think it's a direct reference to how long that wait is.
Yeah, okay, that's funny.
I've seen that. I made a comment. I was like, Jill would not use an iPhone.
Well, 1998, but yeah, you know. So I thought there's a few things in there, yeah, like where it takes a little while for that, but overall still a lot of fun. I can't wait to see in the main game, because even though I feel like I'm cocky, like I can take him in the main game, he's gonna appear out of nowhere and he's gonna catch me off guard, and there's gonna be
only got like 5 minutes of him.
Exactly.
Like, a whole game of him.
Once you get his mutation and he's got stuff we haven't seen, it's like
weapons. He's like, oh, you want to dodge a flamethrower? Go ahead.
Yeah, right. You can dodge his tentacle, but try dodging a rocket. Yeah. So I can't wait, dude. But then after the demo, moving on now to what we got after the demo, unless you guys have anything else in the demo you want to discuss.
Carlos's magnificent hair. One of my other notes here.
Yeah, he's got some very luscious hair.
I do like the fact that, like, when he tells you to go gear up, he doesn't repeat it every 2 minutes as you walk around and explore.
Yeah.
God, I hate games that do that. Why don't you go upstairs and gear up? And then 2 minutes later, why don't you go upstairs and gear up?
Why don't you do it your goddamn self?
Barrels, environmental things are back, like the generator and the barrels.
Love that environmental.
Felt the puzzles were a little obvious, like the pharmacy.
Puzzles.
You really had to circle the damn numbers on the safe in the pharmacy and what direction.
That's true. I didn't think of that. I was like, there's no puzzles in it, but then I was like, oh yeah, the save.
Yeah, from the AquaCure place.
Yeah, which I did like the fact that instead of getting a commercial for AquaCure or whatever, we got the billboard.
Yeah,
and with still the numbers in it.
That was
That was cool.
One of my friends is already going to try to cosplay the AquaCure girl, and I'm like, really?
That's awesome.
Nice.
Good luck finding a suit that has that kind of pattern.
Yeah.
I wasn't a huge fan of some of the script and dialogue.
I liked Jill's cocky, sort of bitchy attitude.
Yeah,
I did like that.
I did like that. I like Carlos. I wasn't a big fan of Mikhail's though.
Because he sounded a little evil. I liked him, but
he sounded like a guy trying to do a Russian accent instead of a Russian person.
I was gonna say
the scripting was kind of cheesy. Like,
I know what a radio is.
Yeah.
I thought
I'm okay with that. Like, just how he's like, just some of the things Mikhail, the way he said them.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't like the way it was presented. But then he's not like the biggest character. So as long as Jill and Carlos are
not
good,
the biggest character, he's the true hero of Raccoon City, my friend.
That's right. He wouldn't have gone anywhere if he didn't sacrifice himself.
Yes. Have some damn respect.
Let's see. I think that's pretty much all. Oh, and. So when you took him in the donut shop, you took Nemesis in there.
Yeah.
Did he kind of just stomp around like Mr. X?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so he's basically Mr. X indoors. He's nothing special.
Yes. Yeah, because he didn't really run much. Like, he won't run if he's in a small environment.
Yeah.
Because he can't.
But okay, here, one thing I did with him is I took him out back behind the donut shop where they have that, like, the mess in the way in the center, and we were like doing the thing where you did with Mr. X, where you'd walk around it and you'd just go around in circles forever because he would just keep following you and the AI wouldn't know what to do. Well, Nemesis is like, fuck that shit, and he just starts hauling ass after you, and I was like, oh god, okay, I can't mess with him anymore.
He can run. Yeah. I'm so happy he can run.
I was like, oh no, this tactic doesn't work. He's already on my ass. Yeah, so.
I think that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all the notes I took.
Okay, yeah. I'm after this. I'm gonna go back and play it again. So that's got to tell you something about the demo.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Then we were pleasantly surprised with a new trailer that revealed maybe too much. So if you are listening and you played the demo but you avoided the trailer to avoid spoilers, please tune out now. Or don't forget to leave a like and then keep listening. But we're going to get into the trailer, and the trailer did reveal some things that I feel like probably would have liked to see that in the actual game. It would have been a pleasant surprise. But damn, it was action-packed, just full. It starts off with Brad throwing a sign because Brad's chicken heart and throws signs.
Trying to get some time between them getting to them and the bar. You gotta get something in the way.
I get it, but I just thought it was funny. He hurled a sign. Like, come on, who does that?
A plastic sign.
A plastic sign at zombies. But yeah, you get them boarding up and preparing, which is really cool. You get a scene of Jill running through the Stagla gas station, which thankfully that's back, and she's got a laser on her, which is probably Nemesis's rocket launcher.
Yeah.
I'm thinking either that or it's Nikolai.
That's what I was thinking too. I'm pretty sure it's Nemesis, but I was thinking, what if it's Nikolai?
I said that the first time I
sniper.
watched it. I was like, that's Nikolai with sniper. And everybody's like, no, it's Nemesis, stupid. And I was like, oh yeah, I didn't think of that.
Well, I mean,
How
Operation
dare you
Raccoon
have
City wasn't
Yeah,
the
he
most
did that.
popular game.
He did do that in Operation. Yeah. But so we got that. We got Nikolai being a scaredy little bitch and kind of backing away from all the happenings on the train. Yeah, he just
slides behind everybody like I'm peacing out.
Yeah, Mikhail and Jill are like ready to face what's coming, and he's just like, I'm not stupid, I'm out.
I'm here for one thing and one thing only, and that's not to help you.
Exactly.
And there was the scene of Jill fucking like running off a roof and sliding down like a Die Hard
style. Yeah, I thought of you when that happened. I was like, Die Hard, that's Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I saw that and I was like, oh, that's so fucking sweet.
And we got a really cool look at the Hunters, which are a much similar but different take on the Hunters. They're very much more crustacean looking, which I thought was really cool. And then, bam, Kendo and Jill working together.
Yes,
dude, that was like a dream. Seeing them, like, holy crap, it's actually happening. She's gonna work with Kendo before Leon and Claire get there. I was like, that's awesome. And then, if it wasn't good enough, we get an appearance by Marvin.
I know.
Yes, dude.
I was thinking earlier. I was like, I'm so happy for those two actors.
Yes, they
because
did a phenomenal job in two.
They really did. They were standout characters for what they did for their small parts in the first or in RE2 remake.
Yes,
and they're for being such small characters in the whole of the series, they are fan favorites. People love both Marvin and Kendo. So seeing them back in RE3 is going to be awesome.
Hell yeah, we got to try to get them on the podcast. That'd be so much fun to talk.
I will. Now that they've been in both games, that's like up on my list.
A lot of people are like saying, okay, well, that writes off the events of Outbreak. And maybe it does, but not necessarily, because they all left in the end of Outbreak, and Marvin stayed back. So this could be right after they left. Marvin stayed back, then Jill or Carlos, whoever came to the RPD.
It would be nice to see if that's like if they do include some more Outbreak references. Hopefully we get to see more of the RPD before, when they're, like we said, when they're being overrun. And we get to see Marvin get his bites, because that would fall in with Outbreak.
Yeah.
Tyrell goes with Jill. I don't know if that was the hospital or some kind of lab.
So the side characters are going to get more of a role this go around, it looks like. I don't know about Murphy. He's like laying there dead in the pictures we've seen, or dying in the repair shop.
What we've seen of him, yeah.
Yeah, but
he says he wasn't bit, but
Tyrell's got a lot more, which epic. It's cool to see more to these side characters.
Gotta discuss the fact that it looks like there's something gigantic destroying the freaking power station.
I did post that, and everybody has a really good, valid point. They think it's the Demos hive, the nest.
The nest?
It's like a giant nest.
Huh.
Yeah. So
I like that idea.
Once I've seen that comment multiple times, I was like, yeah, that definitely has to be it. I couldn't see anything else. It's crazy how fast time is going, but this demo definitely tied me over. Any closing thoughts from you guys?
Honestly, I loved what I saw of this. I feel that if they really understand what 3 was about in this demo alone, they did capture that.
Definitely doing something right. But yeah, that's going to be it. If you guys enjoyed this discussion, please leave a like and subscribe for all the latest Resident Evil 3 news. The Residents of Evil is a Patreon supported channel, so if you'd like to help support the channel and unlock some great perks in return, head over to patreon.com/ROE Network. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we hope to see you back at the Residents of Evil.
Don't forget to go check out Raid Shadow Legends. Download it on iOS, Android, or PC. Check the promo code in the description below to get a whole bunch of free stuff for new players as part of a player rewards program. And I guess I'm out. Now we just go back to playing Raid. So what are you guys waiting for?